Quick rundown on our thoughts on 16.2. Having watched the open demo, as well as having done it ourselves and watched many athletes do it, we've got a fairly good idea of how it's going to feel, as well as some tips on strategy for tomorrow or whenever you do the workout. So, I think the first conversation we need to have is to RX or not to RX. Pretty simple. Firstly, can you clean that first weight? If you can't clean that first weight, or it's above your registered 1 rep max, you're going to do scaled. Can you do a toes to bar or double under? If we just can't do a toes to bar, no matter kipping or straight, then I don't want you to attempt this workout. Similarly, if we can't do double unders, then again, I don't want you doing that workout. I think that makes it pretty self-explanatory as to whether you're doing RX or not. Of course, as always, the coach is going to be there tomorrow to help you answer any questions or concerns whether you should be doing the RX or scale. Okay, quick one. On the demo athlete review, obviously we had Dan Bailey and Goodmanson, both absolute freaks, and the first comment, I was hoping the phone wouldn't ring today. The first comment was it was actually ridiculous how far they got and just how fast they moved at the start, and the fact that they could keep up that speed for so long was just crazy. But just remember that, okay, because they are the elite, they are the best, they're 3 and 4 in the world. Please don't base your strategy on what those two did. Both have very big clean 1 rep maxes. You know, you got to think that 61 kg for those two guys, which is the opening weight, was like 25 to 35% their registered 1 rep max. So, having said that, they still did singles, which I thought was a really good strategy. I don't know if it was a poor toes to bar strategy. They both went unbroken in the first 2 to 3 sets before having to go to really small sets. I don't know if that's a bad strategy. Maybe it was necessary just to give them enough time to chip away at those heavier loads. Not really sure. Anyway, what they did isn't really relevant to us because it's going to be a completely different game plan for us. So let's really quickly talk about the limitations of this workout. Firstly, it's very individualized. The workout contains 3 movements, and your limitation could be either of these 3 or potentially all of these 3. So firstly, toes to bar. Do you have the skill to do toes to bar firstly? Do you have the strength, if you can't do kipping, to do strict ones? And if you can do kipping toes to bar, what's your capacity like? Are you able to string big sets together? Are you really efficient at doing singles? It's all individualized. Next one, the double under skill. Can you do them, can you not? You have single doubles, which is going to give you a good chance to potentially maybe get to that first round if the other 2 movements are okay. If you simply can't do a double under, but you can do a toes to bar, then this might just be a double under workout for you. Clean abs, so basically clean absolute strength. How heavy are those opening weights for you guys relative to what your heaviest clean is? Okay, strategy. As I said, just like the limitations, very individualized. But firstly, you know, what's your realistic target round? If you're targeting to get through that first round, then you need to be pushing really hard in that first round just to beat that buzzer beater. If you know that you're not going to get through to that first round because that weight's too heavy or the movement's just too tough for you, then it's going to be much more sensible, much smarter for us to just to kind of pace ourselves through it. Something to remember, and I'll get to that later, is that there is a tie break on this workout, and tie break is your double under time. So there's going to be lots of people being halted at that first 4 minutes, a lot of people being halted at the next 8 minutes. So it is really important that if you're going to be at that same, within that big pool of people getting stopped there, that you have a fast toes to bar double under time so you can get a good split time. If toes to bar are your limiter, I want you to break these up. 25 is a lot of reps, and if you get to that first round, 50 is a lot of reps. We want to just really make sure we're avoiding any failing reps. So any time we're doing a toes to bar and you're having to really strain just to get that last rep and you miss it, it's going to take a lot of recovering to allow your CP battery, your abs, your lats to recover before you can hit another one. So my tip is always with toes to bar, always stop 2 reps short of that failing rep to ensure we can just keep on moving. Singles, we've seen some people do some really fast single strategies. Really important, myself and Sophie are going to show you guys tomorrow, is how to jump up to a bar, get hollow first, then hit your first toes to bar, versus jumping up, swinging and flapping around, and then going for a toes to bar. I've seen some people use a really good strategy of jumping up, hitting a single, landing, turning round, jumping up, hitting a single. So that rotation actually allows you to get back up on the bar quite quickly. Something on double unders, just stay focused here. If we're going with single, double, then just make sure we hit all 50 doing single, doubles. If you're going to be breaking it up, just, again, stay focused. Cleans. Singles. Look, the big dogs did it, and those weights were light for them. So I highly recommend for all of you stick with singles throughout, please. Touch and goes, cleans is a completely different skill altogether, and a lot of us, that weight's quite heavy for us to be in touch and goes, so let's not even have that as an option. Just a real quick one, I didn't include this last week, warm up. As the class will be running in 4 to 5 heats, a lot of you will be expected to warm yourselves up. Here's what I'd recommend. Doing a bit of mobility to be done the night before, so this evening, or in the morning before you come into class. Really make sure you're opening up your overhead position to hang on the toaster bar, which is going to allow us to get a good position as we come through. Opening up that front rack position and making sure your squat's feeling good. Remember, with those squat cleans, we want to make sure we're as upright as possible when we receive that clean. Once you've done your mobility work, you're going to come in, you're going to find your heat. If you're not going to be on for another hour, I would say just to kind of chill out for the first 15-20 minutes, do some mobility. Make sure 20 to 30 minutes before your workout or your heat, you're getting warmed up. You're going to start with a general warm-up. That's kind of rowing, cycling, skiing, skipping, jogging, etc. Then I want you to go into a clean warm-up. And your clean warm-up, I want you to build to your target weight. No need to go heavier than that. Hit your target weight, keep the volume low. So we're kind of thinking about anywhere between 2 to 3 reps at that target weight, and maybe some lighter ones building up to it. And then obviously dial in your toasted bar and double unders. Please keep volume low here. Keep your skills sharp, so focus on technique. Something I want to just warn you guys about on the cleans in this workout. Remember, when we're under fatigue and we're pulling a heavy weight relative to our 1 rep max, it's really important that we're thinking about setup and executing the movement perfectly. As a coaching team, we put a lot of emphasis into drilling good technique. And if we start to see breakdown in this workout because you're just desperately trying to get under bars, we're just going to simply stop you. And I'm warning you now, it's going to happen. Remember, we're in here for the long term. We want longevity with our training. We don't want any broken backs just because we attempted to get a decent score on 16.2. Short reminders, the double under tie break, talked about that one already. Partner weight changes. If you think you can get through that first round, please make sure you have a partner ready who can help change your weights. That's within the rules. That's completely fine to do. And just make sure, as always, stick to your own game plan. Don't chase the others around you who are doing the workout with you. That's it from me, guys. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow and seeing some good scores on the leaderboard. See ya.